Okay, so we have the same artwork. Now we're going to be studying about text and gradients. So in order to do that, we have to have a new canvas. So uh, pretty much, if you still have this artwork, we're going to push it aside a little bit. So let's go to File. Let's go to New. And now the preset for the 1000 by 1000 canvas should already be there. So if you double click, all right, here we are, 1000 by 1000. Now, we have the background layer. So the first thing I want you to do is create a brand new layer. So go to Layer, New Layer, Layer, New Layer. There we go. Okay, and you can call it Layer 1. That's fine. Just keep it there. So now we have one layer on top of another. Again, the reason why is because we can make one layer independent. We can do more things with it. Okay, so let's go to the Type tool and click on Horizontal Type Mask tool. Okay, so there we go. And as you can see, it looks like it's got little, dotted lines across. Okay, so let's go ahead, and now what I like you to do is, with that selected, let's go ahead and click inside the canvas and watch what happens. Okay, very interesting. The canvas turns into like a pinkish tone. And of course, here's our lorem ipsum. Okay, it's still highlighted, and while the canvas is in its pinkish tone, the words are editable. Okay, so let's go up to the option bar here, and I'm going to choose Arial Black for obvious reasons. Notice also that the word here still contains the characteristics of the previous word we used. The previous word, if we can switch back, I believe was H2O, or one of these guys here. And yeah, live your best life now. And it still maintained a lot of the characteristics of the character palette. You notice it's bolded, it's italics, it's basically uses small caps. Alrighty, so here, same thing. All right, but only, whoops, I guess I kind of have to do it again because let's do this again. Sorry about that. Click here. There we go. Go back to Arial Black. I didn't realize that by switching canvas it would actually go away. But at any rate, sorry if you did. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo a lot of these characteristics. I'm just going to uncheck the bold, uncheck the italics, uncheck the small caps, uncheck the underline, and now I've got basically its own word. And of course I can increase the size if I want. I can decrease the size. All right, pretty darn cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and select the marquee tool. Okay, here we go. And now you'll see that I've got marching ants. The words are marching ants. At this point, it no longer becomes a text. It is actually a graphic and will be treated as a graphic. I'm going to go to the gradient tool, and if you need a refresher on the gradient course, episode 11.3, okay, lesson 11.3, okay, talks all about gradients, but here's, just follow along. You should be able to refresh yourself on this one. So if you click on the gradient tool, you'll notice that whatever appears here, now I have selected my own gradient that I created, and I believe we may have created something similar together in that lesson. I've got red, white, and blue. You can choose any one of these you want, okay? So you can choose the basics going from foreground to background. Doesn't matter. I'm going to choose, actually I'm going to choose this one right here because it's 3 colors. There it is right there. And all I'm going to do is drag like I did with the circles and the squares and the rectangles. I'm going to go from one end to the other, and look at that. Pretty good. And because it's in its own layer, I can go ahead and add any kind of layer style. So I'm going to go to layer style, drop shadow. Look at that. Pretty darn awesome. And of course, the marching ants are still marching. All I got to do is press Command D or click on the marquee tool and click on the outside. There you have it. And that's how you use gradient on text. Have fun.